Hello everybody, this is ZeronXepher here, and today I want to be doing a rant about tokusatsu toys and whatever else that's on my mind. But before I start, I want to say that this is opinion based, and what I think and my feelings towards some of the tokusatsu toys that have been coming out, and a lot of the changes in the toys. Now, I've been into Kamen Rider and Super Sentai for about 2.5 years, but I've grown up with Power Rangers for a majority of my life. And I'm also a collector of many things like strategy guides, video games, toys, figures, and tokusatsu toys. Now, we're starting to see this trend of toys been going on. A lot of people know about this, like, you got the, 1 card, 2 memories, 3 medals, and 4 switches. And yeah, I'll be going over that, but, when I got into tokusatsu, 2 or 3 years back, I started with Kamen Rider Den-O, and I was, really surprised that the series was actually pretty good. I've never seen something this great before. And I bought my first Rider belt, and I was completely satisfied with what I bought. I bought myself the Zeranos belt. It's my first belt ever, and I was just fascinated with the design, its complexity. It's, comes with cards and does all these light effects and sounds and all this cool stuff. But the quality is just something I generally don't see in toys in America, except, with Power Ranger Samurai and their Mega Blade. That's something a little bit different. But, I miss these kind of toys. They were pretty cool. They're pretty amazing. Looking at Agito belt and going up to Ryuki, Faiz, and Kabuto. Kabuto is pretty dead on. It's awesome. Has all the details of a toy that you would want. And then we start to see a trend going on with Toei and Bandai, and I think it's company greed or something, but it's a way for them to get money for some of their biggest shows. And the first thing that we see is, cards. I don't have any of the, Kamen Rider Decade cards because I don't have a Deca driver. But, these are the Kamen Rider cards. And yeah, cards are very popular among, many people, such as Pokemon, trading cards, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and even Magic. So I can understand going to cards, and I didn't expect them to go, a different route with, adding one more thing. So, we got cards. They're great. I love collecting cards. I play Magic myself. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything, but, cards are a nice addition. But I think these cards are kind of worthless if you don't have Kamen Rider, the machines. Here in the States, we don't have it. And even if we did, we would have to update it every season because, they add something new. And I think that's a pain in the butt. And, and the pictures are nice and everything, and some of them kind of work in the Deca driver. Some of them don't, there's limited functions and how many stuff that are programmed into the belt. Then we start to see the next season, Kamen Rider Double, and everyone's going apeshit over it because this is, the coolest thing ever. And then we first see the first episode. It's crazy budget for it. It looks, all the flames, all the animations and the effects was pretty good. And then we get, guy memories. And my guy memories. Okay. Yeah, we get these guy memories, and they're so cool. And, each of the, memories make a different sound. So the belt doesn't make sounds itself. It's, the memories. I don't have the double driver anymore. So I only have the Axle and some couple Gashapon and Candy toys. But yeah, it's really cool because we get more playability out of the belt by, changing our memories in the belt and to make more sounds. And I thought that was a brilliant idea on Toei and Bandai's part because, press a button and there's more functions. All that stuff, all that. Okay. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. It's, something I didn't imagine being in a tokusatsu toy with, seeing some of the other trends. Cause we mostly been seeing cards lately and, with Ryuki and Blade. And that's all dandy and great. But then we start getting to the next season. Let me clear the stage a bit here. the next season is something people were like, wow, this looks kind of weird because the Kamen Rider looks like a stoplight sign, and so you start getting this fishy thought of, oh, this season's going to suck. But, you know, I'm not going to try to spoil as much as I can or anything like that. But then we start seeing medals. Oh my god, medals. And I think these are cool too. They use an awesome, I think it was a radio chip inside them, and the O scanner can read them. But then we get to this point where everyone's trying to go after these medals, and it starts getting quite annoying. You know, trying to fight for these medals and paying ridiculous prices for, you know, for the DX medals and whatnot. And, you know, yeah, I can see a high supply and demand for such toys. It's just, it's something I don't want to see in toys. I don't know about what everyone else thinks, but I really like my Kabuto belt. I really like, you know, axle driver, Orga belt, and, you know, Orga driver, you know, whatever you want to call that. Just saying whatever now. I'm just not too happy with this. But, you know, everyone's fighting over these medals. Everyone's fighting for, you know, Astro switches, and I miss the whole design of a belt itself. Like, you know, you get your Deno belt, and if you want to do the, you know, special form, you get the K-Tars on, and you snap it on, and whoopie-doo, you get some awesome stuff. But, with the medals, I can understand that it took a while for them to make, because I've heard something about 1 in every 3 medals were defective, and so they really had to do their best to push out the medals. And so, yeah, the supply on them was, you know, rather low because them trying to make it, and 1 of every 3 was failing. And then, you know, everyone on CS Toys and AmiAmi and HLJ are like fighting over each other. It's like, oh yeah, I got the DX medals, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then, you know, some of us have to wait like a month later to get, medals. And then the high demand in the Forza driver in general, it's retarded. People are, you know, dying over these toys, for whatever reasons that they must have them. If they don't have them, then they will die because of a toy. Now, I am a toy collector, and I do understand everyone's feeling about, you know, trying to get the Forza driver, and, you know, some of us do cough out a lot of money for these stuff, and, you know, I'm getting into some serious debt because of it. Shuki's getting into some serious debt, and I'm not sure about everyone else. But, we start to see this trend again, like I've been saying throughout the rant here. You know, 1 card, two Gaia memories, 3 medals, and now we get these things. And everyone's been fighting for these 2 and blah, blah, blah. And then you got the magic hand, and you got the hopping switch that apparently is not going to be in a DX form. And, you know, there's only in Gashapon exclusives and whatnot. But I don't see these to be really effective in any way whatsoever compared to Gaia memories and the medals. I'm not sure if anyone noticed this, but each of these the switch for the base states form are all the same. Other than, you know, them being different shapes. You know, like Buck said, I can't shape good, so I can't put the circle on this, you know, the square slot. These are really all the same. There's no really extra functions that you can do with the Forza driver other than cough out a lot of money. Like, if you add on the cost of all those medals and how much I had to spend to get the medal and the folder and whatnot, it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. Some people might be like, oh, ZeronXepher, you bought all this stuff anyways. But, you know, what I'm saying is I miss my older belts. I've missed getting, you know, some of the older toys, and I'm still trying to get them. I'm still trying to get the Fi's belt. I'm still trying to get the Kaiser belt, and I'm still trying to get the Ryuki belt and whatnot. And I think there's still a lot of playability in those toys. And yes, these switches and these medals do have some playability with them, and collectability to, you know, for your belt and whatnot. It's just, I just find it kind of annoying Now, I see this in one way. If I know I have a viewer base of a lot of Americans here, and I do have some in the UK, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, and even Japan. So there's this thing was spreading when I used to work at a bookstore named Borders, and it was called Silly Bands. It was basically rubber bands shaped of animals that kids and teens and tweens just absolutely loved. I mean, I will have a picture. I don't have Silly Bands on me because I thought they were pretty stupid. But the whole idea was some kid, I believe, made these Silly Bands shaped of animals, and kids went apeshit over it. It was ridiculous. Like, every other customer that, come in to purchase a book or, coffee or whatever, and they would ask for Silly Bands. You guys got Silly Bands? Like, yeah, we just sold out. A horde of kids just came by and tear down our store for Silly Bands. A pack of 30 rubber bands for $6 sounds absolutely absurd. But kids and parents did it because kids wanted it. Because it was like the coolest thing in the world. And this is exactly how I see with some of the medals and some of the switches. But the whole thing is the person or kid or whoever made these Silly Bands became a billionaire. He is done for the rest of his life. He has 20 gajillion cars. He has a mansion all to himself. And yeah, he just made a simple idea. And this is exactly what I see in these switches is Toei and Bandai are leeching our money to make their show budget and whatever. And I saw in Kamen Rider Double, the first couple episodes were really high budget, effects and animations, but then it starts to die down. And then we start seeing this in Kamen Rider O's. A series that I had high hopes for, but in the middle, it just disappointed me greatly. And then we get to episode 42 and on, and everything was like, holy crap, this is serious business. But we start to see this weird trend of them not collecting enough money or whatever, because we don't see Shouta Combo that much. We don't see the broken power of Gatakiriba. It's because Shouta and Gatakiriba animations were too expensive. You only seen Shouta probably like 2 or 3 times within the series, and Gatakiriba in like the first half or first, third or fourth of the series. Because the animations for them was just retarded and really expensive. And I could see them collecting all these money for all these toys, but I just really, 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 really miss some of the older toys like, Kiva Bell. I love that thing to death. Because, you got these whistles. I'm not going to say fusels because, someone's going to be like, ZeronXepher, you're doing it wrong. And, you put the whistles in there and they're great. All the stuff that you need to do the stuff in the show is right there out of the box, except for, the most annoying, thing ever named, Tatslot. So, I'm hoping that I've covered everything that I needed to cover. Like I said, this is of personal opinion. You don't have to agree with this. But if you have any thoughts of your own, please leave it in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think about, some of the toys lately, cause I really don't want to see 5 whatever, after Kamen Rider Forze. If it really comes to that, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to be disappointed. Cause I don't want to see, one card, 2 memories, 3 medals, 4 switches, and 5, I don't know, SD cards, or, then we see the next season after that, 6, I don't know, whatever, game cartridges, I don't know. If it starts to get like that, then I'm starting to see a scheme, like some stupid marketing scheme that Bandai and Toei is trying to go after, to leech our money out as consumers. But if you guys disagree with this, we are the invisible hand. We have the power to take their market down. And if we don't want any of their things, then they're going to see that we don't want these. But I don't think that's going to happen because everyone is, you know, dying over these and dying over those. I mean, I still like my collection. I do love these things. It's just been bothering me lately that I'm seeing these trend of, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully not 5, 6, 7, and 8 or whatever, you know. If it starts to get that, then I don't know. It's tearing a hole in my wallet. It's angering me in some way, in some fashion. But, I think that's pretty much it. I've said everything that I've needed to say. And, same thing goes with Rider keys. They're pretty much the same thing. And then getting this for a Switch I think is perfect marketing scheme in their department, but it's whatever. If you're going to invest your money on something just for one item, that's really up to you. I have no say in whatsoever in what you are going to purchase. Like I said, this is personal opinion, and I just hope you guys took some of my words and made something out of it. So anyways, this is ZeronXepher here. This is my first rant video. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get like a gajillion dislikes, but to be honest, I don't care. I just really want to know what everyone else thinks, and I want everyone to know what I think, what's been going on with some of the toys. And anyways, like always, I ramble on and on and on, and probably getting annoying right now, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your collecting and playing with your Kamen Rider and Super Sentai toys and your collecting stuff. So I'm gonna try to record some more things, but with this issue going on, it's just deeply affecting me, and I'm not giving up or anything. It's just a crazy issue that I just wanted to address. So later guys, have fun.